And now, here he is, the Emmy Award-winning Mr. Womp himself, Don Rickles.
Sake. This is Canada. We got to do good here. You do good here, you win a canoe. How many Jews love to go on a canoe ride, for Christ's sake? We got to do good. Look at the front. I'm working at home here, for Christ's sake. Look at it. Close your mouth, old man. That's the first time I get the shovel. Forget about it. The old man's right in the front. Hey, hey, hey. God bless you. You look great. I'll tell you this. You got to bring me out with dignity in class. You do good here, you go right to Ottawa. You ever go to Ottawa? Stand there and watch the mount. They go, oh, where's my horse, Lou? This is classy people. These are Canadians. Well, there's a war on. They stand by the post and go, attack, attack. Got to understand we're into this. Sit up. It's not a toilet. Sit up, for Christ's sake. Got a guy right in the front. You want a magazine? Got to understand. You like the show? Get a seat. I'll tell you this. Son of a bitch, I'm funny. I'll tell you this. Nah, screw you people. Everything I do on this stage, I did up in my hotel room and I laughed my ass off. That's the whole damn thing. You understand, Joe, it's important that we do a great job. You go right here, and tomorrow we have a big day. We have a salmon suck party. You know what a salmon suck party is? Huh? Did you pass away? What the hell's the matter with you? You ruined the goddamn show. No, I swear to God. I wanted to do the show. Close your mouth, Pop. Close your mouth. No, I wanted to do a good job. I swear to God. That was the main thing. What's your first name? What's your first name, sir? What's your first name? No, not you. You. What? Hartley? The hell are you, a bus? Put a horn on his ass and get him out of here, for crying out loud. And what's your name? Get up. Now get out. I don't want you in here. Get out. Now get over there. Get over there. Lady, I wanted to be with you so bad. I'm much older than you, but Spider's still alive. God bless you. You queer? No, okay, all right. I'm kidding. You queer? Sit down. Who combs your hair like that? He's got one lobe there sucking up his ear, for Christ's sake. Close your mouth. Now you got the mouth closed, Pop. That's good. I'll tell you this. That's the big... What are you doing? I saw that. You're holding on to your bird, right? Nothing to be ashamed of. I hold on to mine, too. My guy's name's Spider. What's your guy's name?
Harvey.
Harvey? Harvey, say hello to Spider. Oh, son bitch, I felt a little movement there. Jesus Christ. Sit down. Real Italian. Walks like that. Put powder on his ass and locks, for Christ's sake. We need the Italians so the Jews can get haircuts. I'll tell you this. Yeah, it's great. This was my dream, to be here in Canada. I'll tell you this. It's not a rodeo. Sit down. One guy, yeah. I'll be proud of your country, especially at the border when there's a 9-year-old kid going, "Can I see your papers?" I'll tell you this. Fix your dress, lady. I'm not that old, for Christ's sake, huh? Woman's giving me signals. I'll tell you this. No, I'm kidding you. You're very stunning. Is that your wife? Are you deaf? Is that your wife? How long are you married? 26 years. Jesus Christ. right? What was it, a car? No, I'm kidding. You're a stunning woman. I'll tell you this. You're not Jewish, are you? You were, oh, that's how you got those seats. I'll tell you this. I didn't know there were Jews in Canada. Anyway, that's what I do, my friends. I laugh at people, no matter what the hell you are. Irish, Jewish, Italian, Negro, Puerto Rican. Well, Puerto Rican, I'll tell you this. Puerto Rican said to me in New York in an alley, when son of a bitch, I don't even know Maria. It's not easy, boy, I'll tell you that. That's the greatest thing in the world. The gentleman with the beard. Nice to see a holy man here. God bless you, sir. You're on your way to Israel and the truck blew up, huh? Is that the wife? Yeah, I like that heavy broad. Good. They lay in a bed, it's like being sunk up in a swamp. Oh. And the guy with the beard went, yeah. I got an uncle in Miami Beach. He walks like this. He never wears a jock. Wow, wow, wow. And my aunt thinks the noise is coming from the sandals. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, watch those old Jews in Florida in a health club. Can I get a rub, Harvey? Hey, you get the other type. Hold the elevator doors. You like that, hey, you Nazi bastard? I saw you let me a German son of a bitch. The one with the helmet and the big smile, son of a... You German, son? Are you really German? What's your first name? Fritz? Hans? What's your first name? What? John, my ass, John. I was in World War II. I never met one of you guys that come out and say, good evening, I am John. Good luck to you, John. I'm a Jew and you're a German. Anyway, I'll tell you this. Is he laughing? I'm a nice guy. In spite of what you heard, I'm a nice guy. You can bet your little bird. Whenever you see me, just don't stop to chat. I'm sorry, Tiny, I can't help it if you're fat. I'm a nice guy. People all adore me. I'm a nice guy. Psychiatrists explore me. I lie on their couch and they try not to bore me. A nice guy, that's me. I'm a nice guy, so put your mind at ease. A polite guy, lady, how about your knees? Love little kids and a stray cat, a dog. But this group tonight's from Sears catalog. I'm a swell guy. The band thinks I'm groovy, but they're all hot. They think they're out of movie. You only stay awake till you people approve me. A nice guy, that's me. Watch this, my black brother, watch it. See that? We're born with it. I'm a Jew, I gotta check for bombs. Yes, my friends, the desert, the desert. The desert. Remember the words of Peter O'Toole and Lawrence of Arabia. Those are my camels. And the camel, holy crap, here he comes again. And the black brother, get off the hump, you brother, get off the hump. Salima, Salimani, Khalimani, Kalima. I wish I were a rich man. Yo bo bom, hi-di, di-di, 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 dum. Ha-da-dee-dee, ha-da-dee-dee. I'm sorry, Lady Getty on you. I'm sorry. Forgive me, sir. Pretend it's count juice. I'm sorry. Come on, you son of a bitch. I laughed at you, for Christ's sake. Yes, my friends. Remember the words of Abraham, my leader, who took the ram's horn. Polacks went, lunch! See, all the Polacks, they walk like that because they got a wrench in the underwear. Jews walk the same way, we got a wallet in there. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem, Shalom Chava, Nakida Chava, Nakila Chava, Nakila Banis Vachot, Chava Yeramen Chava. Remember the words of the great Arab leader, the Caliph Mufti, who said when he crossed the Sinai desert, son of a bitch, it's hot. And the black brother went, that son of a bitch, they ain't lying. And the Jew went, here's 300, cool it off. And the Polak went, why? I'm a bright guy. My mama's a boy, a very right guy. This room is just a toy. Nobody loves you when you scream and holler. But if I sang a song that you couldn't make $1, how? I'm a great guy. And don't you forget it, very straight guy. Remember that I said it. Drop up and see me and I'll show you where it's at. Be sure it's not midnight when I turn into a bat. Remember when I bite your neck, I'm smiling like a cat. I'm a nice guy. I'm a great guy. I'm a polite guy. That's me. Give me a break. Thanks a million. Polacks think it's a rally. Oh, thank you, thank you. Get the paramedics. No mouth to mouth, no mouth to mouth. Not the way things are today. I saw a paramedic give a guy mouth to mouth. The guy got up and went, thank you. And the paramedic went, guys, son of a bitch, I should have worn gloves. No, that's it, boy. You got to know what's going on. I tell you, finally back in Canada, huh? We worked up in Montreal, we worked in Vancouver. Oh, that's another winter place. The tribe stands up in the goddamn hotel lobby going, hey, 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 hey. Gotta kiss their ass and buy their ponies. This has a tribe here, huh? What's the name of the tribe here? You know? Anybody know the name of the tribe here? What's the tribe, lady? Menchickeny? I had that in the Navy. It was a fungus, then it became a Menchickeny. Chief isn't here tonight, is he? Ah, he's probably down the street. Yeah, screw their laws. No, what you kidding about? Now we need the Indians. Somebody got to sell a blanket. Tell you this. Jesus, I checked in this hotel last night. I swear, the whole night, they're circling the hotel. Hey. Son of a bitch. I had to sell them war paint so they'd go away. I make fun of the Indians. Why? What can they do to me? I'll tell you this. They could hurt me. They could hurt me. But it says, are you an Indian, my friend? Are you an Indian? No, the guy with the funny nose. Look at the nose on that son of a bitch. You're a Buick. Is that your father? Is that your father? Put him in a home. Look at the nose on him. Jeez. Well, oh, she's putting her arm around. I guess you're going to come into a lot of money. I'll tell you this. Kissing ass to the old man. I love you, Daddy. Still do the trick with him? Come on, Pop. Try to reach the medicine. Anyway. Now, God bless you. Be proud of him. He's got maybe a year tops. Anyway. Sits with the other guy with the mouth open. No laugh at what. Are you married to this lady? The guy with the funny haircut? You're married. How long you married? You're not married. You still taking a shot at her? Are you Jewish? Would you like to be? It could mean a free drink. Don't worry about the operation. We freeze it. Lay out on the table. Israel! What are you, Irish, Italian, what? Half Irish, half Dutch. Your father was a sailor? Half Irish, half Dutch. Jeez. So you must have a lot of cleanser in your house. Anyway, that's good. Gotta make love like the Jews. Circle a bed and get an estimate. I'll tell you this. Jesus. I'm married a long time. I'm married, boy. You gotta be able to do it right, you know? Last night I was a barge going up the Mississippi. What's your first name? Rom? Seemed to be a lot of fun. Anyway, what's her name? What's your wife's name? Laura. Hi, Laura. You're very pretty. Without the glasses, you must be wild. You must lay in the bed and go, is that you, Al? Is it you, Lou? Who is it, Al or Lou? No, I'm kidding. Do you futz around? Anyway, look at this. The guy with the one. No, I'm kidding you. I'll tell you this, though. Listen, you got to make it exciting, son. I'll tell you. Last night I was a barge going up the Mississippi. I get her to lay in the nude at the end of the bed. I go, barge coming up the Mississippi. And she lays there and goes, boom, boom, boom. And she's the dock. Boom. And she lays there, hit the dock, boom. Then I get a black man and stand on my shoulders going, oh man river, boom. Boom. Then I got another one. I tell her I'm a beaver. You hear? I get my ass on the stage. And oh, the hooker got here late. Look at this. A little dwarf is a hooker. Don't you love it when they look for their seats? Anyway, so you got to make it exciting. What was I telling them? Oh, yeah, the beaver. That's right. The beaver's the best. You see, you lay on the bed, and I lay in the bed in the nude, and I stand on the other end and go, and she lays there going, find the dam, find the dam. This crowd don't do much of anything, for Christ's sake. What is this? Show the slides. Oh, no, then I got another one. What's your first name again? Ron. You're a nice guy. You don't get mad. That's good. Shows you got a lot of class. Anyway, no. But Rob, you got to make it exciting. See, last night I was Geronimo. That's what you tell her Geronimo. Tie her ass to the couch. And she's a wagon train going west. And you circle the couch. And she lays there going, attack, Geronimo, attack! Last night I did that for about a half hour. And then I got fed up and put an arrow in her. She's still up in the room. Finish me off, Geronimo, finish me off. Oh, God, whose hand was in this? Anyway, you ever see those Mexican waiters? It's the truth. I was in Mexico just recently, the wife and I, right? You ever seen them, they walk around? Walk around like that, with the glass, right? Table 27, you want some more water? Table 27? It was in Mexico City for 2.5 weeks. Wife kept saying to me, son of a bitch, I think it's the salad. I said, no, it's the goddamn tomatoes. It's the tomatoes. You know what it was? It was the waiter. You want a taco? How about a burrito? You want a burrito? Now, I make fun of the Mexicans, but we need them. They taught us where flies live. I'll tell you this. Well, that's the truth. Think about it. How old are you, Dad? How old a man are you? Yeah, Dad. 70. On the left side of your ass, you're 70. Jesus Christ. If ever I saw a guy that's spitting up and ready to die, it's him, for Christ's sake. Oh, God. Yeah. I laugh about it. You look like an Irish Catholic, the guy that never laughs, right? I know you guys. I love you when you go to the Monsignor. I want to confess. Where's Monsignor? Then the Monsignor comes out. Who wants to confess to me? You laugh, you son of a bitch. You screwed us out of Christmas. That's right. 3 wise men made a left. We wind up with 8 candles in the house and no toys. Screw you in the end, though. We sell you the trees. The Jap guy over there went, we sell you the toys. That is a Jap guy over there.
The one that's grinning with the gun. Now, I say to the Catholics, you're beautiful. Newhart's my friend, Bob Newhart, great Catholic. And I would say, you're a Catholic, right, my friend? Sir? Yeah. No, in the second row. It's not an open forum, huh? The guy with the beard, just sit there and hope God shows up. Catholic. Yeah, be proud. Be proud. You know, in the Holy Father, I was in the Vatican. I really was. My wife, this is God's truth. And we were in the Pope's personal quarters. We were in the Sistine Chapel alone, my wife and I. It was a great, wonderful time, really. We had that privilege. We knew a Monsignor, a couple of bucks. He would do anything. Anyway, but we went into the chapel, and we were there. And that last Holy Father, you know, the one just recently that passed away, he was an old man. In fairness to your faith, it was time. I mean, what's your first name? What? Daniel? Okay. Imagine waking up in the morning and hearing, it's me, honey, Daniel. Anyway. No, it's a nice name, Daniel. Imagine Daniel, when he came out in Piazza, we were there, when he came out on the balcony, right? And all you Catholics went, huh? But now, Daniel, now you got the new guy. God bless him, the new Holy Father. In the Mobile. Spiritus Santo, durante und steifen Eisen Geweinheiten. It's a joke, God. Oh, God. I look upon you, such a classy crowd. I'm so pleased to be here. I really mean that. And I love the woman. God bless you. This couple here that's taking a shot at each other for the evening. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Dean. She's got good lamps looking at her. Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm married to a woman like that 45 years, darling. 45. Takes off a brassiere at night and her head's the sink. 45 years, I haven't seen her face. Just walks around the house like this all the time. Finally, I painted eyes on her ass. Then I painted a smile on it, and I've been kissing it ever since. It's not easy. Not easy, I swear to God. This guy's great. The bald-headed guy, you're Greek, right? You're Greek. Are you Greek? Is that great how I knew? Come here a second, come here. A Greek, oh, dobra. Come on, go over by the steps. It's a 7-mile hike. Hurry up. Look at this, a bald-headed fag. No, hurry up. The steps over there. What is this, a 7-mile trick-or-treat hike here? Come on up, hurry up, run. Move on, Greek. Come here, my friend. He walks with prestige. You're a good sport. You don't mind my kidding around with you, do you?
Not at all.
What is your name, my friend?
Billy.
Billy what?
Mansours.
But you are Greek.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty good the way I guessed that?
How did you know?
Because I was in Greece and I met guys like you. No, I was in Greece. I really was. Yeah. What am I going to lie to you, for Christ's sake?
That's where all the good posts are.
Yeah. What do you do for a living, Billy?
Retired.
Got a Jew mind. What'd you do when you worked?
I was a contractor.
Oh, another Jew. Oh. Everything you got right so far. You know something, Billy?
Yeah.
This started out as a joke, and now I really like you.
Me too.
Shine on, Harvest Moon. You know something, Billy?
Yeah.
You're a goddamn good dancer.
Oh, thank you.
Is that your leg or we dipping? God bless you, good guy. You've got a nice body, too. You married, Billy?
Yeah.
Is she here tonight?
No.
You, get over here. Anyway, the one that's kissing up to the father for 20 minutes. Put your arm around him again and tell him how much you love him. Okay, now, that's the greatest thing. Billy's got class. That's the whole damn thing. Yo, with the Colorado thing. Come here, son. Hurry up. Go over there by the thing. This guy is definitely a weirdo, I'll tell you that. If this guy's normal, I'll bet my life again. Okay. Hurry up! Run, goddammit! Anybody got a banana? Come around this way, son. You don't mind my kidding around with you, do you,
No.
son? You're a good guy. How old are you, son?
35.
85. You go to Colorado? No.
No, hockey.
Oh, hockey. You're a nice young man. Good luck to you. Just relax. Going to make you. You don't get a chance to entertain, okay?
Okay.
So you're going to be General Takasayama with Japanese soldiers. You're going to get the big part. Don't worry about anything, okay? Just watch me and do what I tell you, okay?
Okay.
You're a nice kid. What's your last name?
Watkins, Smart Watkins.
Smart Watkins. Good. Have you met Jerry Lewis? Good kid. Good kid. Just relax, okay? You don't mind my kidding with you?
No,
do you?
I don't mind.
Doesn't make you nervous?
No.
Okay, good. Okay. You're going to be General Takamuyana. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to be Corporal Takatoyana. We're going to be Japanese soldiers.
All right.
I speak first in English, and then you say, I'll tell you what, you say, do not die, great general. Do not die. The Japanese people must be strong. We will not die. We will fight to the last man. Let the Japanese people know we are a great nation and a great people. Banzai, banzai. But if they attack, we attack them. Do not worry about our people. Do not worry, banzai. We are great and we are strong. And you say, right. Okay, I'll pat my leg. Okay. Benjanese, son, Benjanese. No, not that far. We're not going to the toilet. We're just a little number here. Benjanese slightly. Okay, attaboy. Now, put your hands together. Okay, you Benjanese. No, and we stick out our teeth like Japanese soldiers. Listen. Call a hospital and find out if anybody is out of their bed.
Got it.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Having a good time, Kenny?
Yes.
Okay. You never thought it would happen to me. Okay, wait, all right, watch out. Stay on your seat, stay on your seat. Now, eyes go. Nobo, Kushinomo, Kototo, Maria, Kutodana. Baker's man. Now we bow, Kenny, now we bow. 引きしのま、ことのよもこ、そのままさ。Japanese tonight. Yeah, I'll tell you when, Kenny. Okay. You read about in books, but. このもそ。このもそいとこ、とのめは。
Right?
Japanese, I said.
He doesn't do it next time, Kenny. You beat him up, okay? Tonoshika, Nomorika, Japanese. The Konima.
Oshima.
That was good, Kenny. That was good. Oshima Waha.
Oh, Tikafe.
You said screw me. Give Kenny a nice hand.
God bless you.
Thanks, man. Terrific. Give these gentlemen a nice hand for being great sports. Kenny and his friend. We all learn a lesson from that. I hope you realize we certainly do. God, give Kenny another hand. He was great. Kenny was great. The Greek was weak. See, in most casinos around the country, you guys would get a bottle of champagne. The Indians don't want that. They got it locked up for themselves. So you, at the end of the show, you'll get a wet feather. Anyway, Jesus, they were beautiful, weren't they? I tell you. Yeah, bring me a drink, for Christ's sake. You need it when you're working in a hotel that's located in the middle of a swamp. Wife went for a walk today, and there's a safari out looking for her, for Christ's sake. No newspapers. I don't believe that. The Toronto Globe. Headlines. Irving Clemens' farm burned. Anyway, no, this is your country, and beautiful country, and you people live here. Why? So much of Canada. Why here? Saturday night, what do? Sit in the toilet and whistle at each other? Charlie! Yeah, let me take a sip. Booze is always good. You're not allowed to have it here, but screw them. Toronto, my God, I've been patrolling the stage for almost 50 years, and I got big chances in Toronto, Canada. When I started out many years ago, it was called the O'Keefe Center. And my God, I used to do shows there. In those days, it was like one week engagements. It was so great. I mean, the money was fantastic. The cops were great. They did what they was told. And the wise guys were all in Montreal picking off broads. And then I worked in Montreal. Oh, that was really something. Sam Etcheberry, the Alouettes, the wonderful Sam Etcheberry. Maurice Richard, hockey. I hung out with those guys. They were great players. And when the game wasn't on, they said, to Canada. They said, Sam, the game's in the morning. To the game. But I had great times in Canada. And because of you people, I'm back here again. And I can't thank you enough. Song? Huh? Yeah, great. It really is. It's nice. Gonna sit for a second. You know what happens? Dad, you're so charming, and you really are, and she's lovely. Being kind to your dad. You don't have to show that much. It's how you feel, and it's great. Anyway, no, I love my dad too. When he died, he said, That's a joke. Could I have my drink? I feel a paralysis coming. Would you hand me the drink? Thank you. I jump you and I check you twice. Anyway, as I said, I love Canada. My wife, 45 years married, and don't. Thank you, but don't applaud. You never saw her. Anyway. Wait, just give me a minute more. My underwear gets caught in the canal. It makes your left eye go up. 45 years married, God bless her. It's just a new thing now. She gets horny about 4 in the morning and starts that crap. Pussycat, pussycat. And I got to get my ass under the bed and go, meow, meow. But you do it because everything's in her name. Maybe you ought to go outside and look for your name on the sign. I mean, who the hell are you, Count Basie? That was great. That was the Count Basie theme, right? And you made that up just now. Let me ask you this. Was that worth losing your job? He's a Canadian, too. His wife's not here tonight. She has a hockey injury. Sometimes I say these things, and I get back in my room later and go, Jesus Christ, I'm a riot. Anyway, and I got the kind of wife after a show, I go, sweetheart, the show went great. She said, listen, the restaurant's going to close. That's your job. Let's go and shut up. That's it. I'll trade you laughter for love. I'll trade you one for the other. Laughter for love. What can you lose? Some madness for mirth, and for whatever it's worth. Whether you like it or not, I'll give you all that I've got. I'll trade you sunlight for gold. One shines as bright as the other. Love is pure gold, and laughter the sunlight. This is my life, for all of my life, and you are part of this life. I swear that it's true. I love to do what I do, to share this laughter I give for just a little love from you. Thank you. I walked this stage for so many years. I've been blessed. And why? Because people like yourselves show up to see me all over the country. And it wasn't easy. I started out a struggling young comedian like so many others, these young men that are coming up. And a great mother, rest her soul. She was great and very forceful. And I got a job in Miami Beach, Florida, in a little tiny club. And I didn't have a performance. I used to do what I do now, just constantly make fun of people. No, never mean-spirited, never to hurt anybody, just to laugh at ourselves. And my mother said, you got to get a break. Donnie boy, you got to get a break. She called me Donnie boy. And Frank Sinatra's wonderful mother, Dolly, was living at the Fontainebleau Hotel then, because Frank was headlining the Fontainebleau. And Mr. Sinatra was my hero, and still is. And my mother went up to Dolly's apartment and said, Dolly, darling, can you give Donnie, my Donnie boy, a chance? Can you get Frank to come and see him? She said, Edda, it's done. That was my mother's name. Edda, done, done, done. One night I'm out there just talking to people, and in walks Frank Sinatra with a few of his friends, all scientists. And I don't know, just being me, I looked up and said, Frank, stand up, be yourself, hit somebody. And thank God they all went, yeah, is that funny, Frank? Hey. And they not laughed, but who knows, I'd be at a sanitarium someplace in Detroit. But he was great to me, and I loved him. And from then on, we worked together and went on to do wonderful things. I used to hang out with him in Europe. We traveled together, and I used to say, Frank, how are you? And you know what he used to say? Stop talking, Jew, huh? Anyway, that was his funny way. Anyway, and I had to kiss his ass, otherwise I didn't have a job. Anyway, but I love him, and I miss him. Francis, rest easy. Rest easy. Yeah, but I tell you, and you know what? I thought about it. I was 38 years old and never married. I had a problem. I used to sit in the tub and make it bubble. Anyway, the black brother went, nothing wrong in that. And I was always looking for a girl. Forget a girl, a moose, a horse, an elephant, anything. A dog, an owl, anything. And Frank introduced me to this one cocktail waitresses. In those days, not like today, they work hard in casinos, they have families. In those days, there were young girls with needing love, and I too, and performers, and we all hung out together. And Frank fixed me up with this one girl, I'll never forget it, Margie. Beautiful girl. Blonde, glasses, a little space in her front teeth. And every time we made love, she started to whistle. I didn't know if I stooped or made tea. Okay? Rest easy, Francis. That's my friend John. He's the best drummer in this room. And that's drums broad. Those drums mean a great deal to me. My wife and I and my dear friends Jim and Bob Newhart traveled the world together before 9/11. And when we came home, the last trip, it happened to be Passover. Now, to my Gentile friends, it's like your Easter, the same thing. You color the eggs with the kids and roll them on the lawn. We Jews, we don't have time for that. We salt the eggs and eat them. But every time there's a holiday when we come home, and to this day, Jen and Bob invite us to their home for Christmas. Christmas Eve at the Newhart house. Really something. Anyway, there's a number that's very touching to me. There's a fellow I grew up in a place called Jackson Heights, Long Island, which today is known as Somalia. And in Jackson Heights, there was a dentist called Jim Cagney. And he had a brother named Jim. And Jim Cagney, to you younger people, was a great song and dance man. To the elders, he was a fantastic actor. But he did it all. And my father, rest his soul, said, Don, you're gonna meet Cagney, the brother, Jim, the actor. I said, Dad, don't, listen to me, son. Fast forward, there I was in Dr. Cagney's office in Jackson Heights. And I'll never forget it. And I stood there looking at this man. And I said, Dr. Cagney, he said, talk to my brother. And my father said, go. And I said, Jim? He said, don't Jim me, youngster. Your father tells me you want to be an actor. It's tough, kid, tough. Rejection, and more rejection. Can you handle it? Well, don't think, kid. You gotta hang in there, and with any luck, maybe someday you'll get there. Maybe someday, son, maybe someday. Jimmy, I made it. I'm at Casino-Rama. And Jim did a number that tells the whole story to those young boys and girls in Afghanistan and Iraq, Canadian and American. They're only babies, these kids, and they take off their helmet and their armor. They're babies fighting for us. God bless them. And Jim did a number that, in my opinion, tells the whole story. Jimmy, to those kids, let's hope they get home soon. Jimmy! I'm a Yankee Doodle Daddy. Yankee Doodle star. Real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. She's a Yankee Doodle sweetheart. I'm a Yankee Doodle boy. Yankee Doodle went to London just to ride the pony. I am that Yankee Doodle. That Yankee Doodle. That Yankee Doodle boy. Jimmy! Bring the Canadian and American kids home, Jim! Bring them home safe! Bring them home, Jim! God bless those kids! Thank you. You're indeed a joy to my health. I love the Irish. Bob Newhart's my dearest friend. He's an Irish Catholic, a graduate of Loyola University in Chicago with all kinds of degrees. And I'm a Jewish kid that grew up in Jackson Heights and majored in gymnasium. And here we are. Two American boys raised in two different societies, and we became buddies. You know what the secret is? Trust me when I tell you this. The wives. The wives are the girlfriends. If they get along, somehow the guys become great friends. And Bob's wife, Jen, and my wife, Bob, are like sisters. And why? because they both have black belts in shopping. And as I said, this very day, every Christmas Eve, God bless him, Bob invites us to his house to celebrate. His wife and his kids, and my wife and my kids, and my grandchildren, we all sit together, sit by the fireplace, and my favorite time is when Bob reads the book of Jesus. Anyway, here comes Jesus. Jesus is in the hall, Jesus is in the car. And naturally, being a Jew, I keep looking around. Where is he? And then Bob invites us to Mass. I'll ever go to Mass and the Monsignor's giving out the cookies. I swear to God, I'm always in line going, and the Monsignor says, here comes the Jew looking for a cookie. And then, God love you Catholics, you do your great sign. And to we Jews, that means the highway's blocked, take the other road. What's the best thing I can say about my Irish friends? They're fantastic firemen. Whenever there was a factory on fire in New York, there were 3 Jewish partners in front of the factory going, and there was always a black brother in the corner going, some bitch, we get blamed for this too. And a Polak going, you smell smoke? And the Italian, here's your smoke, here's your smoke. Ever since I was a kid, I made fun of people. I used to make fun of my mother, the way she smoked a cigarette. Then when my aunt rode their bikes, when my aunt drove her car in the school, and her car, and my friends, the way they rode their bikes in the schoolyard. All those things. And I was 38 and always, well, I was 30, I was a kid then. Always looking for a girl. Forget a girl, a moose, a horse, an elephant, a dog, anything. And I kept looking for a girl. And I'll tell you the truth, I sometimes wondered, I said, I'm going to drop my pants and fire a rocket. But I was always looking for a girl. And they'd always, when they saw me, they would say, here comes Big Mouth. Big Mouth is coming. Here comes Big Mouth. And then I get them under the stoop and they go, go Big Mouth, go. And I was barely 18 years old. And I come out of high school and never had a job. And my father said, Don, sell insurance. He was an insurance man, and I got a lucky break. World War II came. I was so happy I got a job with the Navy. And they sent my ass to the Philippines for 2.5 years. And all I remember was a guy walking around the jungle going, where are you, Jew? Where are you, Jew? And we had a Polak captain that kept saying, we're over here! And I got my can shut off. But thank God I came home safe and sound, safe and sound. That's a Jap over there, Joe, because if it isn't, there's a goddamn beaver eating a chair. Anyway, no, I make fun of the Orientals. We need them so the Jews have a place to eat on Sunday. Anyway, and I came home safe and sound. And my father was an insurance man. He said, Don, sell insurance. And I got a license to sell Mutual Benefit of Omaha, a great company, to collect a premium, how to be married to a fag werewolf. And I sold one policy to my uncle who died in my arms because I kept putting a pen in his neck. That's what I do. I make fun of people. We had a guy in here the other night went, God damn it, don't make fun of me. I'm an American. I'm an American. Want to make stars in his ass and hoist him. What am I? Fag, pilgrim, look for a turkey. We're all Americans or Canadians. So if you walk to those doors tonight and you have any animosity for what I do on this stage, all I can say is from my heart, fly Ozark Airlines. Every performer, big or small, needs an audience. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And Dean Martin, rest his soul, he was a great friend to me. And I was at his wedding when he married the 9-year-old. La da, la da da da, la da da da, and do it Frank's way. And Frank, as I told you earlier, came into the club with all the guys. Tony Amanini, Louis Papatutu, Vinny Scabana Gabainagauru. And they all sat in the front. I said, you know, Frank, you ain't lying. He's a funny kid. They kept doing that during the show. I didn't know what the hell it was. They were choking on gunpowder. I told that joke to Frank, and he slapped my mother. Anyway, come on. Yeah. So no matter what, and in the front, I always had a classy crowd. Irish guy, French guy, it doesn't matter. There was one guy with his robe open, always trying to show me do you want to buy a duck? I am no rabbi, priest, or reverend, that's pretty honest. I stand here and I speak of all faiths, creeds, and colors, and why not? Because in my experience in the Navy in World War II, 18 strapped me into a 20-millimeter gun on a motor torpedo boat and said, keep firing at the guys in the trees with the funny teeth. And I shot 2 dentists. And every night I said, help me, I didn't know what the hell it was about. Eventually we'll be together. Will Rogers used to say he never picked on a little guy. May I say to this audience on behalf of yours truly, my wife Barbara, who I love as I love life itself, she swam in our pool today in California and drowned. She had too much jewelry on her ass. You had to be there. She went down like a rock, I swear to God. Once she tried to come up and on. And we have 2 children, God bless her, and 2 grandchildren, and a boy in the Philippines. Anyway, truck stopped for a half hour. What the hell did I know? Got a little Jap Jew running around the jungle going, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. My black brother went, that's one of their holidays. And my dear mother, when the whole world booed, mind you, when the whole world booed, this great lady stood by me. I loved her. I wish you, my friends, for years to come what I have. People around you who care. Thank you so much. You're just wonderful. I appreciate that, and I'll take a moment of your time, so don't rush to your car. I love some people that, hey, it's over. Let's get to the car, and we'll be home first. Anyway, I must say, by the way, get the names of those that didn't stand. Anyway, did you enjoy, Daniel? Was it okay? Thank you, Daniel. Oh, pardon me? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Find out who that man is. I want him over the house for dinner every single night, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fine orchestra. This is Andy right here on the end. Up on top. That's Andy up there. Good luck to you, Andy. I spoke to the union. We're going to try to move you down. And this is Jim. As you can see, Jim used to be the Gentile Santa Claus in the cheap stores in New York. And this is Lou. As you can see, Lou, one of the great Italian hitmen for the mafia. And those are his hooker broads that are cheering him on. Thanks, Lou. And this is John. John, always we worked together before, and as always, you're still a great artist and a friend of him. Anyway, I'd like you to know this is Alex. Is that you, Alex? Alex, as you can see, has got a funny hairdo, but who's going to say anything? Anyway, sitting next to him is Brian. Brian, as you can see, is an Irish kid that boozes all the time. That's why his bow tie is sagging. Anyway, sitting next to him is Sandy, who was named after his dog. Anyway, and that's Joel, as you can see, a funny kid with bad teeth and a bald head. Anyway, no, your teeth are okay, Sandy, Joel. Just work on your personality. And sitting on the end is Gord. Gord, a queer for the FBI. Anyway, and that's Turner right here in the front, a formal fag actor in Shakespeare, and they got rid of him because he kept going under the costumes looking for work. Anyway, this is Pole. As you can see with a name like that, you know he's wanted. Anyway, and this is Don, who is in a coma and has no idea how he got the job. He just sits there stoned out of his mind. And the guy on the end is Simon, who can't find enough room for his music. Anyway, Simon, good luck in your plans to become the leader. Anyway, the nice hand for the Jim Sprague Orchestra. Gentlemen, here's your Jim Sprague. Yeah. Try that 20 minutes. When your name is called, please come up with your belongings. You'll be taken to the camp and treated royally. Usually when I work, there's many celebrities in the audience, but here. Anyway, my cousin's druggist is here. Anyway, by the way, this is, I didn't introduce you. This is a fellow Canadian. He's been with me for 21 years now, isn't he? Yeah, we're going to miss you. Anyway, he's been with me for 21 years, and I met him in New York when I was headlining at the Copacabana, and we've been together ever since. And I say for Mr. Joe Mealy, a Canadian. Is Victor here tonight? Victor's here, a great doctor. That's his brother. If you have an operation that you don't want the hospital to handle, maybe in your cellar. There's one lady that goes, yeah, Victor's here, Victor's here, Victor's here. Anyway, if you met Victor, he's wondering, are you going to go to surgery? Anyway, no, I'm kidding you, Vic. Where are you, Victor? You never get a chance to wave to anybody. There he is, nice guy with no personality. Anyway, and that's his wife, Dun Dun, whatever the hell her name is. Eskimo broad that he met up north someplace. Thank you for Victor for coming in. I know you're a busy schedule. Anyway, that's the family. It's his brother. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for showing up tonight, and I hope you'll, if you haven't already, seen a thing called Mr. Warmth, the Don Rickles Project, which won an Emmy for me, and it's quite a tale of my life, and I hope you'll see that. And we also have a book out called Rickles' Book, which tells a lot about my life. If you want to take a chance and read that, I'd be very, very happy about it. I really would. We've been traveling on the road now for quite a while, and we go to Las Vegas in a couple of weeks, and in the Orleans Hotel, and if you're there, say hello, because I probably won't even talk to you. Anyway, I'm too big. I'm being nice now because the show's over. I'm going to get my money and get my ass out of here and go back to the States. Anyway, any old business? Anyway, you're a joy. Canada is great. The States are great, and you people are great. And the punchline is, I say this from my heart, I have to get off the stage now because the wife's in heat. She's laying upstairs and her pajamas are going, oh. Look at this guy sitting here going, well, what does that mean, Rose? Anyway, the hell does that mean? The pajamas go, oh. To all of you, enjoy life. And as long as you live, never forget your mother, if she be in the eternity or here on this earth. Because so help me God, a mother will never forget you. I swear to that. Good night, my darling Etta in heaven, and may God give you a good place to live. I am what I am. I am my own special creation. So come take a look. Give me the hook or an ovation. It's my world, and I want to have a little pride in my world. And it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am. I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own deck, sometimes the ace, sometimes the deuces. And so what if I poke a little fun for laughter? Why not? That's exactly what this world is after. Life not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am. Good night, God bless Canada, United States, and those troops overseas for both countries. Good night, and God bless you.